We are doing Hagrid. Who does not love Hagrid? Everybody loves Hagrid. Well, almost everybody. There's probably a few bad guys that don't like him, but I love Hagrid. All right, so who's Hagrid? Hagrid is a half giant. His mom was a giant, and his dad was human. He was quite large. He wasn't as big as a giant. He just was a large human. And was in Gryffindor house. All right, we're going to start with his head. Main part of him is his body, but he still has a big head. So we're going to start with an oval for the head. Put a line across the middle. And then his eyes, I made them kind of far apart, but I think it looks cute. It's fun. Okay, so we've got one eye. You're like, whoa, that looks like actually this looks like, what's that show? BPB. The one that's the Disney show that has it's like a white blow up thing that helps medically. I don't know. Anyways, so his nose, rounded nose, put like a jelly bean there, and then we're just gonna make it kind of come up like this. Whoop. And then we can erase in the middle and that line in the center because we don't need that anymore. He's got bushy, 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 bushy eyebrows. Okay, here we go. Bushy eyebrows, and we'll put some lines in there. And we'll give him a bushy eyebrow over here. Oh, I might even make that a little bit longer. See, the great thing about eyebrows, see, that was shorter. See, look, if I have a short eyebrow, you're like, oh, that's too short. Just add more eyebrow. Boop, and you wouldn't even know. Surprise! And so now he's got the cutest little cheeks here. So we're just going to make him a little pudgy cheek. And probably bring it down to here. So now we're going to, so it's not confusing us, let's erase the bottom of our oval or circle. Okay, so under his nose is his mustache. So we're going to bring this down. And how far does it go down? I'm going to make it go like here. And we'll do this side. And we're going to put this is where his hair is not. So it's like a rounded rectangle. I know that looks really funny, but once we're done, you'll get it. And we're going to put a cute smile in there. And we're going to make his beard. It's going to kind of come. And we're going to put some hair on top of him. I'm just lightly sketching it, but we're actually going to make it kind of wavy. So we can go in and make it wavy. There we go. He's got a lot of mass of everything. We will add some hair in there in a minute, but let's just get the shape of the body going on. Okay, so from that beard, oh, I guess we can finish off the beard. So the beard's going to come out of the side. Make it a wavy too, and slight wavy at the bottom. And come over on this side, slight wavy and wavy. This part can be rounded. His cheek, which we are of course going to make rosy. And the top part can be a little wavy because that's his hairline. And then his cheeks, you want to make them curvy. All right, we're going to erase this bottom part. See, it's already looking like Hagrid. A cute cartoon version of Hagrid. We'll take it, right? All right, we're going to put in some, I guess we'll put in hair now. We're going to definitely be sharpening this, but that looks fantastic. Okay, so let's get his jacket. He's got a jacket that's coming off. Big jacket. And his body, he's a big boy. I'm slightly making that angled right here at the bottom. So we'll do the same thing on this side. And a slight angle up for his jacket. Oh, he's a big boy. In the center here, so this is like one layer, the red shirt I have there. This will be the orangey rusty jacket. And then we have the belt. So the belt is going to be right here. We're going to come here. So how you do the belt, so the belt's right here, but we need to make that buckle. So the buckle's going to come right here, and then we're going to make the buckle go up and over. So it looks like the buckle's actually underneath, and it's going to come down here and go make it go up and over. So now you can erase just right here. What else do we know about him? Hagrid had a hard childhood. He grew up with a human dad. He was so much bigger than his dad that at age 6, he picked him up and put him on top of the dresser. That would be hilarious. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, we're doing the buckle. So now we're going to put this little clasp to the buckle. And then you can put some, I'm putting a, what you put, what? I don't know. I don't know what that's called. It's that little piece that you put the buckle under. That looks great. We can even put another dot there if you want. Okay, let's make the shirt. So we're going to split this in half, down. And this is going to go all the way down. So this is going to come all the way down to here. And we're going to curve this over because that's going to be the rustic shirt. Jump this over, bring it down. And then we're going to erase in here because it's the shirt underneath. We have lots of buttons here. So button, 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 and we'll even do one more down here. Oh, no, that's the, oh yeah, this is the red shirt underneath. You're right. There's a button here. Let's see what else. He can't produce a Patronus. That's something I learned. I did not know. And his wand is 16 inches made of oak, and it's bendy. He secretly has it in his pink umbrella. So he's always carrying around his pink umbrella. And because he was expelled from Hogwarts, and it was snapped in two as he got expelled from school. But Dumbledore, who expelled him, let him keep the wand, and he put it inside the umbrella. That's pretty brilliant, huh? Okay, let's do the collar. So the collar's going to come out. So it's just slightly coming over. So you see how it just barely comes over there? So we're just going to erase right there. We'll do the same thing on this side. And you don't want to make it as pretty as I made it over here. So we're going to give it a little bit of character. So, and erase. We're going to go back over and we're going to give this one a little bit more character because I made it too pretty. So I'm just going to give it a little, and everything has sound effects. Okay. Now for his, oh, you know what? His arm. We need to bring this in a little bit because we got to fit an arm in there. So we're going to bring this in more because we got to fit an arm out here. So the arm's going to come out to about, look at the belt. Do the same thing on this side. Bring this up a little bit. And his arm. I might have made this a little, you know what? I think I'm going to bring this in just a smidge because we got to fit an arm in there. Same with this side. We're going to get a little weight loss, just a little bit. We put him on a fast 1 second diet. Okay, so we're going to do his arm. So it's about the same. So we're going to go right there. Bring this up. I just measure with my heart, right? Like when you do see those cooking shows and you're like, oh, that looks amazing. They're like, just measure with your heart as they're throwing things in. You're like, I need the measurements. They're like, no, just measure. Measure with your heart. Oops. Okay. This is his decorative cuff on his jacket, and it has a button here. We'll do the same thing on this side. It's just a rectangle. Erase inside there. And a little button. Boop. Good job. Now he's got his hand. He's holding a lantern in one side because, was it in the first one? He had to, well, he ends up going out into the Forbidden Forest many a times, but he always takes a lantern. So this is the little lantern handle. coming out of his hand. So he's like holding it, gripping it. And then we're going to make the lantern go across. This is the top part of the lantern. So it's a rectangle. Then you make a line down, parallel lines. And this is the bottom. And it's behind the jacket, so put 2 parallel lines here. And 1 line in the middle. And then we'll do the X. Okay, and then you're gonna just make, when you color it, we'll just make a little glow inside. So it looks like it's glowing, okay? All right, that looks good. Oh, we're gonna do the collar on his rusty shirt. So it's just gonna kind of rusty up here. Parallel line. Do the same thing on this side. Perfect. It's got buttons down this side. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 big buttons. So we're gonna do 4, but I did 5 dashes on that side. Well, that makes no sense. So we're gonna come over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So don't ask me why I did that. Oh, and let's finish off his hair. So just gonna come down. So you're gonna be putting in some wavy lines for his hair coming out of his noggin, his noggy nog. Put lines coming up. Looks good. Oh, and his hand over here. So same thing over here, just gonna be simple little half circle here, and his umbrella is in here. So we're gonna put, he's holding the umbrella. We can erase in there, so it's holding it. And it's kind of coming out the back end. So this is one of those whoop, rounded toppers. And now we have the umbrella. So we'll come back to the umbrella. We're gonna see how long his body is. So we've got, this is the, oh, yes, we need buttons on here. There's a lot of buttons. 3 buttons. 1, 2, 3 buttons, okay? And then we've got, interesting little shirt here. So now we're gonna do his pants. They're gonna come right down about the middle, and they're very like not perfect because he does probably sews his own clothes, I can imagine, you know? Like who has clothes that fit him? So he probably has the same clothes over and over, and these are his boots. So they just come down on either side and then loop it across. Same thing, down, loop across. It's like the top part of his boot. Now we're gonna put his big honky shoes on. This one's a little different, so let's start with this one. And then now we're gonna do the bottom of the shoe. And then now we're gonna do the sole of the shoe. What else do we know about him? Hagrid's name is unusual, but possibly J.K. Rowling's got it from the 1886 novel, The Mayor of Casterburg. He used it to describe, it's used to describe in digestion. Oh, that's so funny. So in the book, The Mayor of Casterburg of 1886, that's when the novel came out, the word Hagrid was used for digestion. I wonder how you could put that in a sentence. My bottom half of my extremities is Hagriding my lunch. I don't know. That doesn't really work. Oh well. Interesting, right? Who knows? So this is going to be, it's more of like a frontal view. So it's kind of looking at the front view of his shoe. So now we can go put in, oh, now we got, when I do laces, this is what I do. I've done this since I've been a little kid. Simple, simple. I try not to make laces too complicated. And then I just put little C's or half circles. So then you can just boop, 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 erase that part in there. Okay, so we're gonna do another lace here. Boop, boop, and then put the half circles. Okay, let's do the umbrella. So the umbrella is just going to come all the way down where his feet are. This is that knobby little end. And then we're going to go. Okay, and then we'll put little ends on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can erase right in here. It's a nice little pink umbrella. This is the one that he points at Dudley's back end when Dudley was eating Harry Potter's birthday cake, and he gave him a wiggly little tail, which they had to surgically get removed. Isn't that hilarious? Okay, so we are going to Sharpie this, okay? We'll Sharpie it, and I'm going to show you how I color it, okay? So let's do that. Now I'm going to go around with my big Sharpie. All right, let's erase. All right, we're gonna do his skin. So, all over Peachy Peach. What else? Oh, let's see. Oh, Hagrid has been in every book and every film. Muy important. Him and Harry Potter. Every book, every film. His weakness, let's see. He's horrible at keeping secrets. So true. He loves unique and magical creatures, and that is kind of how he got in trouble and how he got expelled. Well, there's a story. Okay, for those of you that are on the back of the class or the bus that have not been paying attention and listening, and you don't know why he got expelled, but let me tell you. Okay, so this was when Tom Riddle was in school. Who is Tom Riddle? Everybody knows. Tom Riddle is he who must not be named, Voldemort. Anyways, when he was in school, he is he's the heir of Slytherin, and he opened the Chamber of Secrets back then, and so many people were dying, so they were going to have to close Hogwarts School, and everybody's like, no, don't close it. And Tom Riddle realized Hogwarts was his only home, and if they closed it, he had nowhere to go. So he knew that Hagrid, who was there at the same time, loved magical creatures, and he had a spider, a giant spider, and he told the head people that, I guess it was Dumbledore, or whoever was the boss. I think it was Dumbledore. Whew, who's in the back of the bus now? Anyways, okay. That Hagrid's spider was killing everybody, and that Hagrid needed to get expelled. Well, they found the spider, and he escaped. He escaped into the Forbidden Forest, which then he produced like 6 trillion different spiders, and yeah, it's a whole thing. Okay, so I took I took Peach, and now this is Tan, going around the outside, and now we're gonna give him some, we're gonna give him some like bags in his eyes, a little bit of bags. He's actually an older guy, you know? He looks young, but he's kind of old. And so then he was expelled for that, and it wasn't even your spider, it wasn't even his fault. So that's the story there. But he kept his wand inside, and he had nowhere to go, because he's like, didn't have anybody, so he ended up working at the school and then ended up being the groundskeepers. So that's why he lives in that cute little hut on the outskirts of the school. Okay, giving him some rosy cheeks because he's always outside working in his garden on his pumpkins. Here we go. And he's got, I think he borrowed that motorcycle to fly and help get Harry Potter when his mom and dad died, saving him. Okay, so what we're doing is I'm taking light brown, we're gonna go over everything and then we'll add dark brown. So we're starting with light brown. Now we're going to do his hair. We'll go back in and we'll do other colors, but we're just gonna start with light brown. We're gonna put some yellow in there. So don't press down too hard. I'm just doing like medium press down because we wanna put some yellows in there and browns and blacks. So we're starting with the light brown. And also, because you remember how his weakness is that he's horrible at keeping secrets. He is the one that kind of told them, I think it's in book 4, Goblet of Fire, when they found out that they're going to have dragons come in to be part of the wizards like Olympics thing. Sorry, brain fart, I'm coloring. What, you can't do two things at once? You know, sometimes not. We're gonna take yellow, just lightly go over it with yellow. We're just warming it up and then we're gonna go in and put some of the dark browns in. But this just warms up his hair. Here we go, another layer of color. Yellow, yellow, yellow. There we go. Perfect. And then now we're just going to go in with the regular brown, and we're going to come in here and give some of these strips of color. I'm pushing down really hard to give it a darker, deeper, chocolatey brown. So I'm doing like every other one. So there's some light pieces, some dark pieces between the waves. Fantastic. Now we're going to do up here. We're going to go along the hairline. Make it a little darker there. Okay, fantastic. I should go back and read all the books again, but if you saw how many books I have by my bed that I started or need to start, whew, it's like I've got a library and I start a book and I'm like, oh, and I find another one, I start it, oh, I got another one. You know, it happens, right? Books are just so amazing because they take you into a world. Sometimes if you're having a rough day, just put your head in a book and read. It takes you into another world. Sometimes when I get into those worlds, your brain just wants to stay in those worlds because they're like, oh, but it's so nice in this world. Like using your imagination. That's why books are so amazing. I admire anybody that's an author. I don't like the books that are yucky, like the schmucky schmuck yucks. Yeah, that's why I kind of stick to like the kid books, or I do like history, and I like kid books, history, self-help, like how to improve yourself as a human. I like religious books. Okay, here we go. Putting some more. See, he's still not dark enough. You just have to keep playing with it because it needs more layers. Do you see how it looks too light? So you're going to want to come in and just get some more darks in there. We're going to be putting some blacks in there too because he's looking too light. So just keep playing with it. Let's see if we can just do one side so it doesn't take forever. Do I have a favorite part when Hagrid's in the movies? Let me think about it. I love when you first see Hagrid when they're trying to hide from all the letters, the Dursleys, And so they ended up on this little island, this shackety, castle-y thing that's shack. They're freezing cold and it's yucky and rainy and stormy. And he bursts through the door slams open. That was brilliant. You almost want to like start clapping. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna get black and you're gonna go in and start giving it some black in there. So just keep playing with it until you just get it to right where they want it, because it needs definitely more color. Okay. Trying to think what I did for the rest. So I think with this rusty shirt, this golden rusty, I started with yellow. Lots of layers here. Yellow. Then I went in with some tan. We're gonna go tan. Let's go a different direction here, okay? And you wanna go underneath the collar, and we're gonna go underneath right here so it looks like that jacket. By making a jacket look like it's on top of something, you wanna put the shadow right next to it. So it just looks like it's underneath. And we're gonna put a shadow underneath the hair here. And we might even go a little along the edge. Okay, and we're lightly just gonna continue going over it. Then, what other color should I put in there? It almost has like a rustic red to it. But we're gonna stick with this. Maybe we'll go another direction. Sometimes if you go two different directions, you get, just fills it in better. You're like, oh, you're getting into the belt, but it's okay because we're gonna come in with that brown. Dum-ba-da-dum. And we're just going to color this. So you'll never know. So this is, the belt is brown. And then the belt buckle, I made silver. So let's just make this solid. Starting to, it needs a pencil sharpening. So then I'm gonna take the gray. Here's the gray. Now to make it look kind of like it's shiny, we're just making lines. We're making okay, I'm gonna get a couple things of black, just a few. Boop. Okay, great job. The shoes, just black. Okay, and you can just make different tones with that. The pants, I did yellow and dark brown. So I started with yellow, and then I'm gonna put dark brown on top. Or not, it's not dark brown, it's just regular brown. I don't actually have dark brown, because I only have the Crayola 24. Yes, I can get a fancier brand, but then you wouldn't know what colors I had. So, also make sure you put a shadow under there. See, shadow. And we're gonna wanna go a different direction to fill in some more of this space. It's gonna need to go over a few times. Did I put black in there? It doesn't look like I put black. I just put lots of layers. And for the undershirt, I did it maroon or burgundy, which I do not have out. Let's see if I have it in here. This looks like it's red. Yeah, we don't want red. We want burgundy. Oh, I see it. It's hiding. Okay. This is burgundy, maroon, or this is mahogany if you want it to sound fancy. I did put a yellow undertone, so it does have a yellow undertone. So I'm going to color this whole shirt yellow. Then I'm going to take the mahogany and go over it with that yellow, okay? Okay, go over this a few times. I think I'm gonna go over this one more time. Looks like it needs some more layers here. This is just the light brown. So I'm going over with the light brown. I'm trying to give it all the brown tones, but using different colors, but in the same family. So they're all very similar, so you have to kind of like layer it. Anyways, I think you can do this. Into the yellow, what I did to make it shiny, just put a little bit of extra shine there. not so much on the outside, and then you can kind of come out here and go so it looks like it's like glowing, you know? So it looks like it's glowing. Okay. All right, you got this. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.